How's it going, everyone? TCViper once again bringing you Playdead's Inside. Welcome back to part 2 here. We have just gotten past a couple parts here, and now we're first time at encountering one of these light situations here in this game. As you may notice if you watched part 1 where I had the webcam going, I decided just kind of after playing the last time that I am probably going to only stick around with the webcam only in the future if we're doing like live streaming events through Twitch or even YouTube, something like that. I just, something that'll be a little bit more interactive than at that point. Not really sure, I'm still kind of playing around and tinkering with the whole setup and everything like that, so not 100% yet on that and how I wanted to exactly do things, so I think probably going forward for the rest of this game I probably will do it without the actual webcam in effect. Looks like now we're in a line of zombies here. As I was kind of playing back the first video and of our first part here, I kind of noticed that, you know, because this game has such subtle sound design to it, and it's really more of an ambient and stylized game, you know, both with in terms of sound and graphics and that kind of stuff, that I definitely determined that it was probably better to boost the game audio. It's definitely kind of hard to hear otherwise. So this will definitely be hopefully it'll be a little bit better now. It looks like we need to make sure that we follow along as closely as possible here without being detected by these guys that are not one of the zombies in question here. They're just, looks like they're making sure that their mind control techniques are working. I'm trying to find out anyone who's not actually under absolute mind control at this point. Uh-oh. Camera's getting in closer. Hopefully it's not detecting us. Oh, looks like we passed that one. Okay. It's interesting how nobody actually has an actual face in this game. Everybody has no eyes, no mouth. Like I kind of said before in the first gameplay playthrough too, is that, you know, this game, there's so much of it that's just shrouded kind of in misery, in just mystery and overall. I do remember this from the first time. I probably died about 4 or 5 times trying to figure out exactly how to beat that dog there until then. Like I said, I've played part of this game already. I haven't finished it yet, but I definitely have figured out some things in this game, and I definitely have some more theories as to what I believe is actually probably truly going on in this game. But like I said, because I haven't finished it yet, I'm still not 100% sure as to exactly what's going on overall. I do remember that in Limbo that game had a kind of a, even after you finish the game, I mean, really all it was at the end is you just kind of, you know, found your sister and that was about it after going through kind of this really weird black and white world and stuff like that. So as much as I enjoyed those games, I'm almost kind of hoping that, you know, that there's going to be a little bit more of an actual story ending to this as well. Let's see here. Looks like there's another mind control device up here. Wonder if we can get this guy to... There we go. That guy was just hiding in a cardboard box. You know, I definitely think there's some kind of weird, like, Men in Black, alien invasion type of thing going on with some sort of mind control powers at the same time. Oh, and I just totally killed myself. I tried to disconnect myself from the guy at the top there, and all he ended up doing was disconnecting himself and me at the same time. That's not quite what I wanted to do. Alright, so that opens up that box, but oh yeah, we tried that once before. Alright, and this guy will pop out of his little box, like... And how do we go forward from here? The last time I did that, when I jumped down, it ended up disconnecting me as well. So I almost... What I gotta do is probably move myself back over here so that when I do disconnect myself... And good, yep, he can get up there, that's right. Alright, perfect. Now let's jump back up. Yep, there we go. Bring the guy on over here. And let's have him pull this lever here. Oop. This one may actually be close. All these guys are freaking out up there, wondering what the hell's going on with the door opening and closing by itself. That guy's running off down there. And there we go. Alright. Yeah, he's like still trapped under the pallet here. That pallet is pretty massive. I gotta say, this kid's probably like anywhere between like 10 and 12 years old, but I don't know about you, but I've never seen a pallet that's that massive in real life. Alright, see if we can get through this grate here. Nope, can't make it in there. Alright, so now we're back here. So what do I need to do? So I raise that water up. Once it gets up to that certain level, that brings the water back up again. All right. Yep, and then I think I got it figured out. You have to basically empty the water out here and then try to run over. I'm gonna try and see if I can. Just need to be quicker. Alright, so I'll empty the water out here, go into the room here. Gotta refill it up. We're gonna kind of hover over this here. Alright, so now that's done. Hit the button. And then go, 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 go. Come on, swim. Swim. There we go. Some of these puzzles, I mean, they're tricky in just their simplicity, and that's you always kind of get that really nice, you know, aha moment a lot of times. And it's definitely a credit to the game developers and just the way they, you know, some of these puzzles are so designed so well and just so smartly. It's something that I wish a lot more other platformers and just a lot of other games as well, just in their puzzle designs, just would take more advantage of. It's really kind of a bummer in that sense, that more games don't do that nowadays. They kind of guide the players too much. Me and, you know, one of my friends, we were just having this discussion the other night, you know, just about how even games between like Doom or, you know, some of these older games, you know, they could guide the player, but at the same time you had to kind of figure it out. It wasn't like your Call of Duty games and that kind of stuff where basically you're just kind of sitting there following a waypoint the entire time. And I know this has been a topic of discussion before, but it was always nice to, you know, in old games, or at least the shooter games that I used to play when I was younger growing up and just kind of starting getting into games and stuff like that, was that, you know, you'd have to go and find a blue or a red key to, you know, stuff like that to be able to advance, and you'd have to kind of figure out why it is. But, you know, at the same time, that's not to say that there aren't a lot of gameplay improvements that have made shooter games and that kind of stuff more fun, but unfortunately, you know, with gaming becoming more mainstream nowadays and even doing stuff like this, you know, it's becoming kind of more in the public's eye, is that, you know, they're kind of making games more for everyone, which is not a problem at all, and it's not a bad thing at all. The only downside is, though, is that sometimes it means that games become more simplistic to appeal to a wider audience, which, you know, is very evident in today's games that are, you know, mobile. So, oh, look at that train going on back there. That's pretty cool. Again, that's one of my favorite thing about this game so far, is just the little tiny details that they've implemented into this game, and these narrow escapes. Again, you know, like, you know, you run from these dogs and you nearly escape. Some of these other times here, again, with, like, you know, escaping the lighting and all that kind of stuff, and it's just, it's so nerve-wracking, especially with their use of sound and light and that stuff as well, and makes it very engaging for the players. So, and that's why this time I especially wanted to make sure that I increased the game audio so that it was easier for people to hear this time around. looks like there's more dogs back there. Oh boy, here they come. Run, boy, run! Ah! Those dogs are so quick, man. Can't even get there in time. Still like a good 10 feet away from it. So what do I gotta do? Maybe I need to bait the dog. See if I can get him to... Come here, boy. Oh, there he is. He's swimming. Alright, swim under the dog. Get us some separation here. Alright, now run! Get going, get going, get going. Come on. Oh yeah, we got this. We got this. Oh yeah. See you later, doggy. Oh, sure. We're buddies. Oh boy. Come on. Come on this side of the fence. Alright. Pull another board off of here. Come on, go! Run, 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 run. Oh man. It's getting a little too close for comfort now. Alright, come on, one more board. Okay, now get through there. Alright. Whew. Yeah. Lunch has been canceled. Alright, now this guy's just hanging out over here having a smoke break, apparently. There's a submarine in the water over here. Very good. We're gonna jack this dude's submarine. Oop. Alright. Is there an area over here? I didn't see that. There? No, okay. It's been a little while since we've found some of those collectible orb mechanical power thingies, whatever the heck they are. Like I said in the first gameplay run through, there's, you know, in Limbo they had those, they had the eggs, and if you collected all the eggs, there was actually like a secret, there's like a secret ending or a secret part where you can kind of check out as well, if you found all 10 eggs. Jeez, look how small we are in comparison to this place. Wherever the hell we are here. Again, like I was talking about earlier in the first part of this game, you know, the way that they transition from one area to the next is always just so clever and so smart, and the way they with the audio and the visual and everything, it makes this game feel like it's so much more of an epic feel to it than really all it is. I mean, it's really just, like I said, a side-scrolling platformer, and it's quite amazing as to you know, there's so much beauty in little things, you know, that I think a lot of other games should really probably, you know, it'd be nice to see more games taking more cues from developers like this. So it looks like that's our way out here. There we go. Just gotta keep looking for those yellow cords. It's usually how you know when there's one around. But haven't seen one in a while here. Just want to go this way quick and see if there's anything over here. No, I'm not seeing anything. Alright. Onward. Is that it? No. Nope, just a pile of rubble, it looks like. This one's got like meshing behind it, so I just totally ran into it and missed that on that one. Now here there's a door. Oops. Get back in there. Actually, why don't I try just swimming through here? Oops. If I can get out of the submarine. Alright, there we go. Aha. There we go. Now we're talking. Part of me is like half expecting a giant shark to come bust into that window or something here. Oh boy. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Oh shit. Nope. I'm not gonna make it. Ah. I think I should have just kept running. I tried to get back down the hatch and the hatch didn't open from this side, so. That's alright. That window though is still giving me a deep blue sea vibe. I feel like I am gonna be eaten by a shark or something here, like Samuel L. Jackson was in that movie. Which is a great movie if you haven't seen it, by the way. It's a great popcorn flick, I'd say. Alright, so we escaped the barrels of death. So now hopefully we can make it through that door there. Had our Indiana Jones moment there for a second. They ate me! A fucking shark ate me! I love the Dave Chappelle version of that. Ah! Well, I suck at timing that shit. I wonder what's over here, though, before we do that. Anything? Nothing? There's like all these little green lights in the trees, which just kind of makes it seem really odd. Like, and as you can see, you're kind of inside still. We're not actually outside in the forest. I mean, there's scaffolding and stuff up top, so it's almost like we're in a huge ass test facility of some sort as well. All right. Now we made it up here. Alright guys, well I think that's where I'm going to just end part 2 here, since I want to make sure I keep these videos at a reasonable length and stuff. So part 3 will be up here soon, but I'm going to leave it here for right now. So stay tuned, hit subscribe if you want, you can keep following along. Otherwise make sure to hit us up at the Gamer Den Facebook group as well, and leave some comments below. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. That kind of stuff as well. Anyways, again, my name's TCViper.